In today's video, I'm doing an unboxing and assembly on an UltraQ Temperature Controller from BBQ Guru, and I even put a hole in my Weber Kettle. Hey, this is Ricer from Dead Broke Barbecue, Wisconsin, and welcome back to the channel. But if you're new here, we try to help you enhance and amplify your backyard barbecue fun. In today's video, I'm doing an unboxing and assembly of phone pairing, and I even drill a hole through my Weber Kettle for my UltraQ Temperature Controller from BBQ Guru. Yeah, you heard it. I bored a hole right in the kettle. Now, it didn't go as planned, but we still got through it. So grab that cuss jar and that 1 3/8" hole saw, Doug. We're gonna do an unboxing and assembly and a foam pairing for our UltraQ Temperature Controller. In today's video, I'm doing a quick unboxing and a foam pairing with the UltraQ from BBQ Guru. And this thing is the cat's meow. I mean, this is a true temperature controller. And I'm really happy to see that you guys added an app to this. So thanks a lot, BBQ Bob, for sending me the UltraQ. I cannot wait until I get it hooked up because I'm looking for a little extra free time when I'm doing some charcoal barbecuing. And with this temperature controller, I know you're giving me extra free time. So let's do an unboxing and a quick phone pairing. All right, so let's start the unboxing part of it. It's got a nice sleeve here. Off. Wow, is that tight. Now, the actual printed sleeve has some good information on it, and it even tells you can become a pit master in your own backyard. That's awesome. And now we'll just go ahead and open up the box. Wow, she's packed tight. We've got 2 meat probes, and they say that these are dishwasher safe. I'm gonna say that this might be the first temperature controller that claims that their probes can go in the dishwasher. Now, that's a big step in technology because all your other controllers, you know, you can't take the probes and put them in the dishwasher. But the main thing that I look at is that I can just get them submerged in the water and really clean them up better than just sitting there with a little rag and scrubbing and polishing. They have a little safety warning in here, and that's to make sure that you hook up your positive and your negative connections. Just check it. I'm sure it's like a keyway, and we'll find that out. We've got my adapter for my Weber Kettle, and I think this is kind of a standard for a lot of them, but I know that this one is made for the Weber Kettle. We got the stand, and there's a magnet in it, and that's great because it can hook to your shelf. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is gonna be our fan. This is a big, robust fan. This will be able to handle almost any type of charcoal cooker that you got. Really. We got a nut and a washer in the rubber anti-skid feet that are gonna go on the bottom of that base of that stand. We've got another meat probe, and then of course we have our ambient temperature probe, and this is on an alligator clip, and I like that a lot because I don't have to just use that stand that you have to try to stick in between your grates and then put it and have it sit in the right spot. This, you just clip it on the grate, a lot easier to use. This is gonna be our power, I'm sure. Yep, there's a power cord and the plug. We got the other part of the stand, which the controller is going to hook to. And then we got the controller itself. Gotta love bubble wrap. Now here's the controller, and this outer white ring actually turns different colors. Now, one thing that I like a lot about the UltraQ is that it is also a visual display. So this outer ring, when it's blue, that means your pit is still coming up to temp. It's still in the preheat mode, but when it turns red, that means you've reached the desired cooking temperature that you are looking for. Now, there's 2 different visual displays when the outer ring is red. The first one is that it's just doing its job. The fan is working and you're running at your temperature. And the second one, the outer ring is pulsating red, and that means your pit is requiring your attention. So just get over there and check it out. You probably have some type of minor issue that you're gonna have to look at. And also, if you see it go from red to blue, you know you're gonna have to add more charcoal to get your temperature back up. It has a nice little quick start setup card that you can go to kb.bbqguru.com. And that's where you're gonna find your manual and your installation instructions. Let's do the installation on this. It isn't gonna take very long. Now, the warning part that they're talking about is right here. We'll do that first, and that's for your plug and your power. You'll see on here, there's kind of a half moon. It's already slotted, so it can only go in one way. You got like this, and you're just gonna go ahead and put it in. Get it on, take your nut, screw it on. That's pretty easy. And thank you, safety warning. I didn't make a mistake. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stand together, and that's pretty simple. This end here actually has a fitted hex nut for it, so obviously you're gonna take your bolt and go through that side first. And you gotta just wiggle a little bit, and you get it on. And here's the simple part. You got your nut, and it's got that thumb grooves on the side so you can get it as tight as you want to. Move this out of the way. So these little rubber feet, they just pop in the bottom. Real simple. Now we got a rubber feet and it doesn't slide. I mean, that's nice. It's a non-skid. Now putting on the controller is really easy. It's just gonna snap on right into that same pattern. And that's it. Boom. All right, so now let's go ahead and just kind of assemble it like we're pretending we're gonna run it. Move this out of the way. You're gonna go with your power first, and then your fan will hook in here. Then you can go ahead and mount up to 3 food probes, but we'll just put one in right now. And that goes there. And your pit probe just gets hooked up on the outside. So that was just a quick little unboxing and assembly of the UltraQ from BBQ Guru. And as I use the UltraQ, I'll make sure that I explain a little bit more about it, but I haven't even set it up yet, so I'm still learning. But I can tell you, and I forgot to add when I was talking about the ring colors, that this part right here, right in the center, that will light up according to your food temperatures. So that's gonna be exciting. And I think you can adjust it so it tells you for each probe also. Pretty cool. Now, if you're in the market for getting your own BBQ Guru controller, just check out the links below. I have their website there and you can head right over. They have multiple different styles, but this one's the big dog. Now all I have left is to drill out my kettle and hook up the fan assembly. Thank you again, BBQ Bob. I really appreciate it, and I'm excited to get this thing going. And now with the help of my friend Jake, we're gonna go ahead and put in the Weber adapter into this kettle. Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and install our Weber adapter into the Weber kettle. And it's 2 parts. You have your draft inducer tube and your deflector plate. And this is gonna be on the inside of it. This is actually gonna go up from the bottom. And there's a plug here, but your fan is gonna hook into that part. Now it's important that you make sure when you're installing this that you are out of the sweep area. You'll see right here, your sweep's gonna go so far this way, and then it's gonna go so far this way. And you're also gonna wanna make sure when you're finding the location to put this in, that you're below the tabs for your charcoal grate. Because if you can't get your charcoal grate in here, you ain't gonna be able to use the Weber kettle anymore. All right, so now I'm just gonna take a black magic marker and mark where our ash sweep stops and finishes. So here, we can put a dot right there, and then we go the other direction, and we put a dot right here. So now in between those 2 spots, we're gonna mark out where this deflector plate will fit the best. And again, you're gonna want the opening part right here facing down, because that's where the air is coming. So here's my 2 spots. And I should be pretty good right about here, because this is gonna be the air side, and I'm gonna have my fire over on this part. So now I'm gonna take some masking tape and put that down in between those 2 dots so I can line up this deflector plate in between there. Sounds like emergency. I might have to get Jake over here to do the drilling part. Code red. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and we're gonna put some tape right in between there. Couple pieces, kind of wanting to come off. Put another piece just on the edge, might help stick a little better. So now in between our 2, just mark it out a little bit, make a little bit of a circle. Good enough. Darn tape. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put in our grate. So now this is gonna fit, but we're gonna wanna make sure that we don't go up too high. So we're gonna make our circle down just a little bit. That way that deflector plate isn't touching that grate. So now I'm just gonna take the draft inducer tube and make a mark slightly below our deflector plate. And that's gonna give us a pretty good bullseye to hit with the hole saw. And I called in my good friend Jake to come and do the actual drilling part. He's a professional. He has all the skills. And plus, if he wrecks it, I can blame him and not myself, right? Jake's just gonna line it up and he's gonna start it off very slow and work his way through it. I'm gonna help hold. All right, so now obviously that tape came off, but we've got a mark. He's just gonna have to start drilling it. We're gonna
professional, yeah.
We're gonna have to get through it, so.
Right away. I don't know why that's spring loaded.
Okay. Let's see it. Well, you gotta probably just hold it. Spin it first. Get that to go first.
Yeah, but with it spring loaded, it's not.
Get me on film. Okay, so I had to take over We had some technical difficulties. But this is a real slow grind. Kind of spun on us. He's used to doing it on wood instead. I got a long ways to go, buddy. All right, so I thought I was buying the right one, but I have one that the tip is spring-loaded. Don't buy that. All we had to do then was take a drill bit, start a hole, so this thing could fall in it. As you can see, we got it. We scuffed up the side a little bit, but hey, first time drilling out a Weber kettle. Learn something from me. Just make sure that if you're gonna get the one with a regular drill bit on it, not this carbon tip blah 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 spring-loaded thing, because it did absolutely nothing. And on the package it says, helps prevent walking. Well, okay, walked all over on us, but whatever. We got it though. So now we'll just take an old rag and clean this up a little bit. Get some of these filings out. Best that we can. Okay, so now you're gonna wanna take a file and just clean off the back side a little bit. You wanna get that smooth off. Do it slightly so you don't scratch it up at all. And I'll just run it around in here a little bit. Just getting the burrs off, but she's pretty good. All right, so now we're gonna put our adapter in, and this hole has a little bit of slop in it. It's just gonna fit in just like that. You can take some of the heat tape and go ahead and put it on the outside just to get it so it won't move or anything, but this is good enough. I mean, this is just gonna sit in there. It'll run just fine. Put on our grate. Plenty of room in between that. There we go. So when we set this up, our fire is gonna be on this side. The fan's just gonna blow into that direction. So it's set up good. I like this. Okay, so now that we have all that set up, let's go ahead and get this paired up to our phone. What I really like is this magnet. That ain't going anywhere. That is on there. It takes some strength to get that off. That's perfect. Remember that there's two plugs on this. There's your fan and your power. So we'll get our power plugged in. Then we'll go into our app store and we'll search up BBQ Guru. Search. And we'll open this up. I already installed it already. But now we'll connect to the device. And now we'll just pair with the controller. Click on the Guru once it finds it. And now it's gonna synchronize. And there it is. Name your controller, UltraQ. I think maybe we'll just call it Ricer. And go. Stay close. And while that's updating, we'll just go ahead and then we'll hook up our fan. Looks like we're ready. Our UltraQ is ready now. And then back here, we're just gonna go ahead and get it put in. Like so. And you can see that we have a little bit of play there, but that's all right. It'll just hang. We'll probably tape it up a little bit, but not much we can do about it. Now that our Guru is running, we're gonna set a target to, let's get it up to 250 degrees. Apply changes. Now we'll go ahead and get our pit probe put in. And just for demonstration, I'm just gonna hook it just on this one right here. It ain't gonna matter. Now our pit probe is gonna be all the way on the left-hand side. Get that up. Now it's turned blue. We'll just put the lid on for fun. Now you can see in here that the fan is blowing. Now obviously I don't have any charcoal in there, so it's gonna blow for a while and then it's gonna give me an error. Hey, you're running out of fuel. All right, so that pretty much sums up our basic assembly and setup of the UltraQ from BBQ Guru. I'm really excited to get this thing rolling, and my first cook, it's gonna be a brisket. We're gonna get a brisket on this Weber and put it to work. I can't wait. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell because you don't wanna miss when I use the UltraQ on my first cook. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and become a subscriber. Turn on that notification bell because you don't want to miss my next video. Thumbs down if you drill a smaller hole in your Weber kettle and you do the pen trick, because you gotta be the controller. Then you can give it a thumbs down. But if not, thumbs up. But seriously, I appreciate you watching and we'll see you in the next video. Pull it in. God, this isn't sticking at all, dude. Okay. What? Really?
Oh, they're probably doing Memorial Day.
UltraQ from BBQ Guru. It's a ta-ta-ta-ta. Jesus, Jeff. Spit it out, man.